Hey guys, Nick V here at DDRV in Southern California. That's Dennis Dillon RV in Westminster, Orange County. We have Class A's, Class B, Class C, Super C's, Class T for trailers, just about the whole alphabet. Okay, we got the brand new 2024 Wolf Pup 17JW, which used to be the JG. 17JG is now 6 inches wider, so all the new Wolf Pups will be 6 inches wider, and we'll have a W to denote from 2024 onwards that it's wider than it was previously. This is my favorite Wolf Pup. It's the most versatile. It is a bunk model. It's the exact same thing as the 16 BHS, but with a slide out. So two things right off the bat that you're going to notice is, one, you're going to have drop down jacks, so you don't have to crank it all the way down. You just pull the pin, it falls to the ground, put the pin back in, and then you just crank it to tighten it up. That's one way to tell right off the bat that it's a 2024 model. Everything else looks the same on the outside. One way to denote though is right here. You have a white slide out and the cable driven system now. So with the cable system versus schwintec, and it's white panel instead of the thermofoil. So those are two easy ways to see that it's a 2024 right off the bat. There are a few other upgrades as well. For example, magnetic latches. Woohoo! So you don't have that cheap plastic thing that you pull to the side. So that should be across the board for 2024 as well. There is your under storage right there, which is accessible from inside as the bed lifts up. That is your solar charge controller and your crank up there. I think this is on motion or something maybe, but it's not turning on. Anyways, they also give you this cool little light, which you can't really see, but it gives you like a Wolf Pup. You see that Wolf Pup design. It projects that onto the floor, which you aren't going to see right now. It's daytime, but the same Wolf Pup logo that's up front there. You get, of course, your mini fridge on the outside, which I absolutely love. Marine gray speakers as well, outdoor speakers with that cool blue light. Same for under your awning, and your speakers on the inside as well will be blue. So my favorite aspect about this and the 16 BHS is that you have this cool access door on the outside. That is your bottom bunk. It is no longer a single bed. Because they're 6 inches wider now, you essentially get a double bed on the bottom. So the single bed, or half of it, a single portion of it, it lifts up like that and it attaches somewhere, which I don't see an attachment point anywhere right now for some reason, but they are supposed to have one. That gives you enough space to put a bicycle or two in here and some other junk back there. I'll show you what one looks like on the previous model so you can compare it. This is the 2023 version. Technically this is a 16 BHS, not the exact same trailer, but same configuration for the bunk situation here that you have. So that is the single bed version of the 16 BHS and the 17 JG compared to the newer one. Bringing it around the back, you of course have your leash latch for your dog, up to 1,500 pounds. So it can be, you know, a big heavy dog or a big drunk guy if you need to. Same bumper on the back, everything is the same there. You still get your backup camera included, and now they gave you a ladder mount. There's no ladder included. You can buy it separately if you really want to be up there all the time. Not really necessary. I think it's a nice touch how they have those water channels, so if you get rain, it's not dripping down your trailer and making ugly marks. It's going away from your trailer. That's nice. Scare light on the back, what they call scare light. I don't know, it's supposed to scare the animals away or something. Basically a light so you can see your dump tanks at night if you absolutely have to deal with that at night, which hopefully you won't have to. Of course, hot and cold shower on the outside, and tankless water heater. The tankless, you can tell it's tankless when it has this cool exhaust port right here, at least on the Wolf Pups. That's how you can easily tell if it has a tankless water heater or not. That means endless hot showers for as long as you have water. But it also means if you do have a limited supply of water, that you're not wasting it because it doesn't come out until it hits that temperature that is desired. All right, so 17 JW instead of the JG. 17 was supposed to denote roughly 17 feet in length, even though it's closer to 18. JW or JG was the initials of the guy who came up with the floor plan. So it absolutely means nothing to you, but now it's a JW, meaning it's wider than the G. They have this cool little handy dandy thing down here to let you know that the overall length is 23.5 feet from back of the bumper to tip of the tongue. That's overall length, 23.5 feet total. So the 17 doesn't mean anything for you. Doesn't matter. It is coming in at about 4,400 pounds dry weight. And you of course have your camper queen bed as you did before, but your headboard is a little larger. It was like 6 inches wide at least. Now it's like 10 inches wide. Now, I've said this before and I'll say it again. If you absolutely hate this mattress or hate having to get a trailer queen mattress specific to because it's 6 inches shorter than a real queen, 76 inches, not 80 inches long, and you really just want your queen mattress, you can just remove this headboard. Oh, look at it. It's actually, oh, is that supposed to happen? Probably not. It's just loose. But it goes to show how easily it could be removed if you wanted it to be removed. It would just be a matter of unscrewing probably 8 screws. And you could remove that, put your own real queen mattress in here so you don't have this cheap trailer mattress, which is not that great. But remember, we're camping. We're not staying in a luxury hotel. And over here, you got 2 USB ports, regular USB and USB-C, which Apple is now making standard. Positive. No more changes. That over there on the right, that Driven thing is a Driven brand wireless portable speaker mount. So if you want a camping specific portable speaker, you can buy that separately and mount it right there. I've never seen one. We have here a separate inverter for an outlet. Of course, you have regular outlets over here, like for your TV, for example. But this is like if you really do not want that power turning off no matter what. As you can see, you turn it on, you could hear a little fan go on really quickly. Also with 2 USB ports. So you've got 2 USB here, 2 USB there. If you got a CPAP machine or something like that that you can't have turning off, plug it into there. That way you don't have to worry about it turning off overnight. Overhead storage, same as it was before, but we're 6 inches wider. Now that means that this space in between here is giving you a lot more elbow room than it did previously. Of course, you have your slide out, which makes the JW really fantastic. It practically doubles the size in here. So this is why it's my favorite trailer. It's the most versatile because I've sold this to a couple that don't even need they don't need bunk beds for people, but they love that outdoor access area. Flips up, they could put their 2 e-bikes in there. Plus, they have extra storage up here for totes or what have you. Anything else random that there are patio equipment or a picnic table, they could just put that out there and then put it outside when they get there. So if you are bringing kids though, they each have their own light and USB ports as well. That's not, it's kind of like maybe a shoe nook, I guess, They didn't give you access for under this side. I don't know why. I'm not sure what's under there. I'd imagine nothing, so I'm not really sure why they closed it off. Maybe just to look nice so you don't... But also, if you wanted to customize it, shouldn't be too difficult to take away that one wall, although it's probably adding a little support to the bed. Bringing it into the bathroom. Everything here is pretty much the same. You got your one piece shower here. The skylight is here and not above the shower still in the Wolf Pups, which is not my favorite in case you have a taller guy and they want that extra few inches of headroom since you're stepping up into the shower tub shove situation. You get a plastic toilet. It's not porcelain. Remember, it's a Wolf Pup. It is keeping costs low while giving you the coolest bang for your buck, but that can also be easily upgraded. Some people are really finicky about that. They want a real porcelain toilet. Now you get a really cool corner-sized medicine cabinet. Very nice. You got your own switch here. This is your Furion water heater, etc. Of course, you have your regular furnace heater here, and you control your AC up here. I could turn it on for you. You could hear what it's like. Oh, the power! Okay. You now get a convection microwave. Is it convection? Heat adaptation microwave made easy. And 2-burner stove, that was standard. This was all the same as it was before. And of course, the fantastic 11 cubic foot fridge with separate freezer. Ooh, this guy's giant. So it's a 12-volt fridge. The way you can usually tell that right off the bat is how deep it goes. It goes all the way back, right? That's the full space. The gas electric fridges, which uses propane, has compressors, etc., and that takes up space, so it would usually come to like here. So it wouldn't go as deep, and you would notice like, oh, how come it goes, you know, it looks like the fridge is all the way here, but I'm only getting this much, half the fridge space. Well, that's why. Now you got a 12-volt electric fridge, not the gas electric version that takes overnight to get cold. This gets cold in 15-20 minutes. Also, you can keep it cold while you're traveling. One other favorite aspect about the U-shaped dinettes here in the slide out is gigantic pantry cupboard, sorry, not cupboard, drawers. Pantry drawers, essentially, is what you're getting, because there is no separate pantry per se. So this could be your food, and that could be your wine cellar over there. And there is, of course, space underneath this one. If, you know, you pull that apart and take that out. If it were me, I would add... Oh, there is a hole. Haha! They made a nice little handy hole here for you. See? So there's still space under there as well. And of course, this turns into a double bed. So you can sleep 2 adults here, 2 adults there, and probably not so many adults, but you know, the kids could sleep there. And if you absolutely wanted adults, they would be on the bottom one, not the top one. Top one is definitely for kids only, but theoretically 1 or 2 kids on each of these. So you can bring quite a few people here to sleep comfortably, and you're not crowded and in each other's hair. Am I missing anything? Yes, of course I am. Bluetooth speakers, same as last year. Here's where it gets different. There is no longer a Bluetooth capable electronic readout screen that they had for their control panel that was called the One Control. Now you just get your conventional buttons. Big deal, no big deal? Probably not. It was kind of cool to have the Bluetooth capability, and I guess you could, you know, put your slide and lights in from your phone, but honestly, that's not something that people are looking for. This works just fine. So those are the main differences between 2023, 2024 upgrades. Is, of course, it's 6 inches wider, and you don't get your electronically Bluetooth, I don't know how to say that. Your Bluetooth one control panel. It's just a standard control panel. You do get heated tanks. Now you have a button to turn on the heating pads on your tanks. Wolf Pup is really coming up. They're doing a fantastic job. USB ports everywhere. Backup camera included. Gigantic AC, the same AC they use on their 30-foot Grey Wolves and Cherokees. Gigantic fridge, and with the mini fridge on the outside, you're essentially getting double the fridge of any other trailer this size. And am I missing anything else? Nope, that pretty much sums it up. If you haven't seen my other videos before, then I'd like to point this out, which is a handy dandy, not a tire pressure monitor system per se, but it is tire pressure indicator. So it's green, you're good. If you're losing tire pressure, you can see that it turns red. So if you just did a quick visual and like, oh, it's red, I need some more air in here. So it's just a really quick, easy way to check your tires without having to physically check them. It just lets you know immediately. Aluminum alloy rims, great off-road tires. So to recap, the main differences for the 2024 model: W, you'll see that on all the Wolf Pups now, indicates 6 inches wider than previous. That's 90 inches, 7.5 feet wide. That's the main difference. So all the Wolf Pups are now going to give you a lot more space, especially the ones without the slide out. 2, drop down jacks, which you shouldn't be able to notice. 3, heated water tanks, so they don't freeze over if you're up in the mountains or where it's snowing or what have you. 4, your slide out is not only fiberglass, but also has your cable drive system. Heated water tank already came out in 2023, but if you are comparing this to anything else in 2024, not too many things out there have your tankless water heater, I should say, not heated water tank, tankless water heater, which is endless showers. That costs $3 or $4 grand. And don't forget, it's got solar up top. Solar trickle charges your battery charges your lights, your awning, your slide out. So with not even being hooked up, you can control almost everything in this trailer except your AC, of course, and your microwave. But your fridge is running off of that 12-volt system, which makes it fantastic. Probably one of the reasons why it's #1 best-selling brand in America. All right, thank you for your time and checking out my absolute favorite model of Wolf Pups. Hopefully we're gonna get some 16 BHSs soon. Come down to DDRV, ask for Nick V. See you here.